Hello everybody and welcome back to my playthrough of Scarlet Hollow. Today we're going to start episode 4, which as of this recording is the final episode posted for the game. But I double checked the latest update prior to this recording and they are almost done with episode 5. I don't know when that'll come out. Based on the rough timeline that they gave, I'd say probably not for another month, or maybe not even until the new year. I have no idea when these are getting posted. It's early November. Like I said, I've been playing this back to back, so maybe by the time this actually gets posted, episode 5 will already be out, and this intro will be null and void. But without further ado, let's continue our playthrough on episode 4. You open your eyes. It's a new day. Last night seems so far away. You can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by harsh morning light. But you know that the furious spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. yet lingers, locked behind the doors of the town hall, still tied to the earth by its hatred of you and your bloodline. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hope you made it home okay? Haven't heard from Stella since last night. How about you? You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Ha, okay, maybe no photo today, maybe real words. Hey, I'm kinda worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. Wait for a few silent minutes. Your messages sits undelivered. Haven't heard from her either. That's not good. I think we should try looking for her. Let's meet up in town. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Oh, I'm not checking the garden today, I guess because Wynn and I had a chat, and he's not gonna be stalking me from my window, and if he is, I'm gonna look the other way, I suppose. Oh, ha! No! That moved! Oh no! You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it, the doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Something was in here. What? Something to mull over for the rest of the day. What? Oh, they both have sandwiches now. How nice. The two possums stare up at you. They both have bread now. That's nice. You wave at them. They continue to stare up at you blankly in response. Okay, goodbye. Close the drawers. This is their home now, and there's nothing you can do to change that. Do I need a shower? I mean, nah. It's time to face your cousin. She's not here, but it looks like she left a note on the counter. Had to run. The librarian needed a new house, so I'm giving him the keys to the Maxwell place. And the miners decided to stage a strike today, of all days, so I won't be around. I know there's no point in asking you not to do anything reckless, but I'm asking anyway. Be back late. Call if you get in trouble. Tabitha. Time to figure out the rest of your day. I'm gonna eat Stella's MIA. Who knows when you get the chance to eat. You make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. And that's it. It's time to head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. The sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in the watery light. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line, a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchling shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. As you continue the trek to town, you pause to stare out at the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating a world that's blissfully unaware of the danger threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing days, as the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you'd always taken to be truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by fear and dread that hasn't stopped building up since the moment you stepped off that bus. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over and you once again find yourself on Main Street of Scarlet Hollow. Eggs, you made it down the hill in one piece, thank God. I didn't realize there were so many of those ditchly things around, or I would have driven up to get you. I can't believe they're outside during the day. It feels wrong. How are you doing? Much better now that I'm with you. Me? Oh my gosh, Megs, you're too much. But I feel better now too. Now that you're here. Even with everything we've been through, being around you somehow feels safe. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told the rest of us last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. I should probably stop making fun of her whole new age mystic vibe. A lot's happened in the past couple days. Still, there'll be plenty of time for that tea after we've looked for Stella. Are we still going to leave today? Stella's missing. We can't just leave before finding her. If something bad happened to her and I knew I could have stopped it, I'll never be able to forgive myself. I'm sure we'll be able to track her down, and she's tough, and she'll be okay soon enough. So, tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. You're right. Finding Stella is top priority. Yeah. It's always something though, isn't it? Something always comes up, and it's always just as I finally work up the resolve to leave. It's like this town has me in some kind of glue trap. Every step I take towards the edge just pulls me back to where I started. I don't care about that right now. I care more about Stella than getting out of this town. It can wait. Any leads on Stella? I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone else yet, so nope, none so far. She ran north last night, but that doesn't mean she didn't double back. I'm trying not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere, just not answering her phone. But I also don't want to bet on that. So how are you mentally? That's a great question. My concept of how the world works has been shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole, but I also keep feeling that there's too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has here are her friends. And as her bestie, I can't let her go running off into the woods to get eaten by Bigfoot. And my mom is just so chill right now, it's driving me nuts. She just keeps giving me tea and ignoring anything I tell her about the weird stuff that's been going on around town. Figured if anyone would be interested in magic stuff, it'd be her. But she ends the conversations every time I start talking about them. Sorry, I'm ranting. But thanks so much for asking. It was really thoughtful of you, and it helped to talk about it. If you ever need someone to rant to, I'd be happy to return the favor. Mystical and street smart. Okay, yeah, I'll click it. Your mom is bullshitting you. I know when I cross paths with other people who share my gifts. She's powerful, and she's hiding something. Is that so? That's a lot. Something does feel different between us right now, though I think you're right. She's hiding something. I don't know what it would be or why she can't just come out and tell us. She's always been an open book, so I'd guess there's a reason she's holding back. She and I can butt heads sometimes, but she's a good person, and she cares about what happens to this town. Can't believe you think she might be an actual witch. Not gonna lie, it's a little mind-blowing to think my mom could know how to do magic. Well, less than a day ago, I'd have been a hard pass to wrap my head around witches existing at all. Maybe you're onto something here. But if she's a witch, that would mean my entire life has been a lie. Ugh, I can't think about that right now. I need to focus. This thought would just have to get in line with the other pending existential crisis. I guess we should get started. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? I don't trust the cops to do anything about it, so no. Let's check out the diner. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. It feels like you've walked into a private meeting. The back booth is full of miners, and they're having what seems to be an intense discussion, their expressions gravely serious. Hey, it's Megs! And Kanika! Long time no see. Hope the town has been treating you well. Oh, Avery. If only you knew how the town's been treating me. Are we interrupting something? Of course not. Everyone's welcome here. Just be careful not to step on any toes. Things have gotten a little tense over the past couple days. There are miners in the back were too engaged in conversations to notice you enter, and instead of speaking in hushed tones, they argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. Now, I don't remember voices for any of these people, nor do I remember who's who. Sure, the shift schedules are tough, and sure, we don't get enough time off for me to see my family as often as I'd like, but this is the best job I can get right now. Listen, kid, you're only a year or so into this gig. Trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you're just unhappy, but you think you can weather it till you find something better. A paycheck's a paycheck, I get it. But the next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you. That uses up every free second it can suck out of its workers and pays us just enough to survive, but not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out. Zax, we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. My sister needs the paycheck. I'm the only reason she can afford a tuition right now. I can't get fired. And this job still has its perks, like the company housing. I can't afford my own place and send money back home. I don't know where I would live if I didn't have this job. Right, the company housing. How generous of the big boss to put you up in company-owned shack that ain't had a proper maintenance done in decades. You know she uses the housing as an excuse to pay us less, and the company housing that means almost nobody in this damn town owns the place they live. It's why the Scarlets can keep getting away with whatever they want. Zax, we don't have the numbers, man. You know this is risky. Riskier than most of us can afford. We would have the numbers if y'all would stand with me and not let management scare tactics get to you. It's not scare tactics. People like her now. That woman ran into a collapsing coal mine and saved 3 children from being buried alive. I feel you. I really do. But how are we supposed to organize a strike against a town hero? Are you trying to tell me that a mine collapsing less than 2 days ago is why you don't want to strike? It's a bad time, Zax. It's always a bad time, Baker. It doesn't matter whose name is on the deed for the place. Without us, there is no mine. We've got him against the ropes. We can't back down now or they'll come out swinging. Hey, have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The miners turn towards the doorway, all eyes glaring at you in unison. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. She hasn't been around, but I'll let you know if I hear anything. I kinda want to weigh in on the strike. I'm pro-strike. So about the strike. We all know who you're related to, kid. Word travels fast, and I'll be damned if we talk business in front of you. I may be the boss's cousin, but I support the strike. Whoa, even the boss's family is on our side? Maybe this really could work. The whole town should be on our side. There was a collapse less than 2 days ago, and she expects us not to riot at the thought of being forced back down there? Damn straight. Hear, hear. Still, if you support the strike, the best thing you can do right now is not meddle with it. Trust can only go so far. I'll vouch for them. You can't say that doesn't mean anything. Y'all know I hate Tabitha. I wouldn't stick my neck out for any relative of hers who wasn't 100% on our side. Alright, noted. I can't say I'm comfortable having our little discussion in front of you, but maybe I won't keep thinking of you as Tabitha's little stoogie. Yeah, no, when I talked to you guys on that one day, it was not in Tabitha's reasoning. It was for my own personal gain, so I guess we should get going. You turn and leave the diner, Kanika trailing close behind you. Still no sign of Stella. Okay, let's go to Stella's house. You're right. We've been running around town to get all riled up, and meanwhile she's probably just sleeping in or something. I would have checked before we met up, but I was honestly kind of nervous I might run into some other horror from beyond the veil if I went exploring on my own. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. The interior is cold, and not just physically. There is an absence of joy in life that leaves only a chill behind, the ghost of an empty house, and a sobering dread that comes with knowledge that your search won't end here. This doesn't look like a break-in. It looks like somebody left the door open. Stella, or someone else, was in a hurry when they left. I don't sense anything supernatural here, but I don't like the look of this. We should go in, right? Yeah, we should go in. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Okay, nothing unusual so far. This is a perfectly normal living room. No blood or viscera, not even a tipped-over lamp. That's good. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Is Stella's kitchen normally this messy? I wouldn't call this messy. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. Though, maybe that's just because I've only ever been over when she's already expecting me. You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. I'd better not hear a single comment about this room being messy. You go check Stella's computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Is that an invasion of privacy? Honestly, that's my take on it. Let's see what the other options are. If Stella didn't want us to snoop, she shouldn't have gone missing. I don't make the rules. Okay, look, maybe there's something helpful on there, but it's still way out of my comfort zone. I'll just be over here, standing in the corner, not looking over your shoulder. Please don't, go digging through her personal files or anything. But also let me know if you find anything important. Or cool. Stella's desktop is horribly cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic, multi-layered display. I don't know what I expected to see here, but it definitely wasn't this. How does she ever get anything done? You check Stella's search history. She hasn't visited any website since Tuesday night. If she came home after last night's incident, she didn't touch her browser. Her search history is almost entirely work-related, a furious series of queries for various monsters and cryptids that might fit the profile of ditchlings. That's it. You scan through the folder's file names on Stella's desktop, looking for anything that seems like it might be interesting. One folder catches your eye, boring tax stuff. You're no fool. You've seen this folder before. You have this folder on your computer. Boring tax stuff never contains boring tax stuff. For that matter, it never contains anything related to taxes, and its contents are never boring. How invasive do I want to be? Would it be related to her going missing? Maybe. Oh, shit. You open the folder and you're surprised to find it contains a carefully mapped out diagram of the Scarlet Hollow mines, including holes and fences in areas with low visibility. Okay. It might be important. There's also a handful of old photos of Stella and Tabitha together as teenagers. Tabitha wears an uncharacteristic grin, an authentic, joyful smile, and Stella's eyes are somehow brighter, less tired. Both of them seem to be living in a happier time. It would take you all day to count the number of open tabs in Stella's browser, so numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon, a sea of rounded, featureless triangles from Windows edge to edge. Her most recent open tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. The post in question is titled Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow. Hey everyone, I was chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? Camera isn't shaky enough, this is totally staged. Clean footage of some sort of cryptid nobody has ever heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? These things are terrifying. Since every low budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious. I have a ton of extra footage. Look at this nest. They've been doing something in the animals in this town, and they're apparently some sort of bad omen, like Mothman. How dare you talk about Mothman like that? Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. Mothman's great. I believe you. Ugh. Lucky you're falling right into their lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers and not scientists. The thread continues into the next day. Hey, okay, so one, this isn't an ARG, I would never. And two, you're not going to believe this, but we went into the abandoned mine last night to investigate things, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to this knocking we managed to catch on tape. There's a link to an audio file titled TommyKnockersReal.wave. Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights? This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into that River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is kidnapped by aliens all over again. Also, LOL, doughy white things and now loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her. I'm going to call the mods. Locking this thread and giving everyone 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. The thread ends. Okay, I think we've seen enough. Thank God. Yes, I got an achievement called Hacker Man. I don't think there are any clues here. I don't think so either. This is what her room's been like for pretty much her entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Aw, she still does those cork boards with the strings. She loves putting up strings up there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Okay, I don't think we're gonna find any much else here. Let's move on. Okay, so she's not here, and we still have no idea where she is. I thought I was overreacting with this morning. I thought she would have just been sleeping in or something, and I can't believe she's actually missing. Where to next? Let's check in with Oscar and Rosalina. They should be at the old Maxwell place. Tabitha dropped off the keys this morning. The old Maxwell place? With Rosalina's leg the way it is and everything they've been through, now they have to stay in a broken down ruin that should have been bulldozed years ago? Your cousin is getting an earful next time I see her. Kanika storms off down the road and you follow close behind. You don't get far before the sound of growling and desperate hisses grabs your attention. The cat! You turn to see a ditchling approaching a cornered pixel in the alley. He must have slipped out of the library with everything else last night. The ditchling, distracted from its hunt by your arrival, cranes its neck back to face you, its eyes settling on you with alien indifference. Hey, quit it! The words feel meek as they leave your mouth, and the ditchling, unaffected, turns back to its cornered prey. I'm grabbing Pixel. Before you can react, a small pack of dogs rounded the corner. They pounce on the creature, pulling it from the wall, and then taking turns biting and tearing it, ripping it to shreds. Their task complete, they saunter towards you. What the? What are Daisy and Scraps doing out here? Are they leading some sort of ditchling hunting dog gang? Pixel timidly stepped towards you. Pixel, you got out of the library. Oh, you poor cat, come here. Pixel cautiously walks towards your group before clambering into your arms. He has a comfortable heft to him. Okay, I'm good. I guess he likes you more than me. Thanks guys. The pack of the dogs scampers off, their work done. What the hell is going on in this town? Pixel in tow, you and your companion continue to the old Maxwell place. The old Maxwell place. It was clearly a once mid-century modern home and undoubtedly quite stylish for the time, but it's been abandoned for unknown decades, and moss and vines choke its exterior, barely concealing cracked walls and dust-cluttered glass. Before you can approach, the door opens, and Oscar's head pokes out from the entryway. Hello? Oh, sorry if I started y'all. The walls here are worn down enough I could hear you coming from a block away. Good morning, Oscar. Thank goodness you found Pixel. Rosalina's been beside herself. Oscar's voice is tired. He had a long night, and it shows, his graying face seemingly having aged in hours since you last saw him. Please, come on in. You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not a lot of kids your age can take shots that well. You're being so brave. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5. But you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so badass. Alexis is right. This is more than most people have to deal with in their whole lives, and here you are, taking it like a champ. Before Dr. Kelly can continue, Pixel jumps from your arms, bounding across the room and leaping in onto Rosalina's chest. Pixel! I've been so worried about you! I told you he'd turn up. Dr. Kelly's almost gentle bedside manner vanishes as she turns and glares at you. I see we have visitors. How are you doing, Rosalina? Tired. My leg hurts. A lot, but the medicine is helping. It's not so bad now. And what are you not gonna do today? Walk around. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I should have been better at stopping her. I take full responsibility as her father. I should have no need for anyone to step in and take blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence, if you ask me. But give it time, then you can do all the running around you want, alright, Rosalina? You just have to make sure you give that leg of yours a chance to heal up a bit first. You don't want to pop any stitches. Oh, God. How's Reese? He's fine. He had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to this sort of thing. He just needs a couple of days back to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement, not even a movie. I'm sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. Is this toward his mom? Why would I flirt with his mom? What the fuck? You talk about him like he's a child. When you're a parent, it doesn't matter how old your kid is. They're always a child to you, especially when they need to be taken care of. I don't know if she'll believe me, but considering I almost opened that door because it was the only option out of like the, 30 options it gave me? We found something in Oscar's house last night. A stone carving that gave me a vision of what had happened there. There was one in the mines the other night too. Both of them had some sort of pull on me. Whatever they are, there's something like them in your clinic. I felt it last night. You can feel Dr. Kelly's demeanor shift. She's grown quiet, her gaze piercing and analytical. Would you mind if we looked into it? Yes, I would mind. I understand that there have been strange events in Scarlet Hollow this week, but there's nothing unusual going on at the clinic, and I'm not going to let you go snooping around based on some funny feeling. But if something does happen at the clinic, aren't you worried about Reese? If it's anything like what happened to us last night, none of you have to concern yourselves with my son's health. I know how to take care of him, even in a supposed ghost emergency or whatever you're worried about. I would like to apologize on behalf of my cousin for making you stay here. You don't have to fall on that sword for her, Megs. There's no need for anyone to apologize. Things happen, and it's not like we're staying here long term. I'm going to get the library back, and our house with it. It's all bravado at this point. Not even Oscar believes what he just said. I'd best be on my way. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Thanks again for doing this. I can't express how much. It's nothing. I'll call later to see how she's doing. Good luck to the both of you. Dr. Kelly briskly pushed past you and leaves. Oscar, before we get sidetracked, we're not just here to talk about monsters and what happened at the library. Oh? Stella's been missing since last night. Oh. You haven't seen her, right? Not since last night. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. I'm sure she'll be okay, but you should probably get back to looking for her soon. Before you go, though, there is something I wanted to get your thoughts on. Let's step outside. Oscar ushers you into the street. What's up? Is everything okay? Yes, or at least okay as it can be considering everything that's happened. But I don't exactly feel safe. Strange things are going on in Scarlet Hollow, and I'm tired of running from them. I want to get our house back. You've all been looking into the Sound's history, correct? I overheard your discussion in the library the other day. Have you been able to find anything that might explain what's going on? I don't think we have much to go on. I can't help but feel there must have been some kind of inciting event, since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight, but I have no idea where to even start, really. Whatever the cause of this is, there must be some way to put this genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events, and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. Town archives are, unfortunately, in the library. Rosalina has been pestering me to make some sort of digital backup for months, but I never got around to it. So online sources it is. Hopefully you want on what little we know, so you just have some place to start. It really wants me to say something about the clinic. I don't know, it's just like my mystic trait in real life. Something tells me this game wants me to mention the clinic. Who knows? I think Sybil might know more than she's letting on. She wants me to come talk to her today. I know we've been over this, but I still think you're barking up the wrong tree. Why would my mom hide anything from us? She always had a strange air about her, hasn't she? I'd be interested in to know what exactly she intends to discuss with you, Megs. I have a feeling she has more than tea to offer. Oh, make sure Pixel stays inside, or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces? They snatch animals to do some sort of parasitic egg-laying thing, so unless you want one of those things to pop out of Pixel, you better keep him wherever he is. I think some dogs kept him safe. Like a gang of dogs. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we saw it with our own eyes. A gang of dogs? I suppose stranger things have happened. This very week, in fact. But we'll make sure he stays safe. There's that thing at the clinic I mentioned. That poll. I wish Dr. Kelly were taking this as seriously as she should. Oscar, what did you tell her about last night? She didn't bat an eye at anything Meg said about the supernatural. She mostly just got defensive. Does she know how bad it was? I told her everything. She seemed to believe me, but who knows, maybe she just being polite in front of Rosalina. Maybe the whole time I was ranting, she was actually just nodding along, thinking I had a psychotic break. Maybe. I'll make sure to shoot Reese a warning text. He at least deserves to know something might happen. One way or another, I'm going to find myself back there soon enough. It's faint, but I can still feel the pull of that clinic door, and it's only getting stronger. You're not planning on breaking in, are you? Because if so, nope, you're not going to do that. Let's not have a repeat of last night. We should be more cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it's to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? Yeah. Whatever we're going to do next, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella, and fast. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. Let us know what you find out. I will. We're going to get the library back, and we're going to figure out how to fix whatever's wrong with this town. So, that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Should go to the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin. Can't say I get it, but it's definitely something we should do. Come on, I'll drive us. You follow Kanika to her van. It's not long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet Mines. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for now. Next time we will find Stella, I hope. I hope she is not dead. I mean, we didn't see a ditchling last night, so... And technically, Rosalina did not die when we saw a ditchling. It's not a guarantee that, death will occur. So, hopefully in the next part we will find Stella. Until then, if you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.